I am Adelaide of Maurienne, daughter of Count Humbert II of Savoy, born into the proud house that bridged the Alps. My youth was spent in the shadow of rugged mountains, learning the art of diplomacy, for such was the duty of women of my station. In 1115, my life changed forever when I was chosen to marry King Louis VI of France. The bond was not one forged by passion but by strategy, uniting my father's influence in the Alpine regions with the growing power of France. When I arrived in France, the realm was fractured, still reeling from years of feudal unrest. Louis was a man of imposing stature, both physically and in spirit, earning him the title Le Gros, or the Fat. His ambitions were noble, seeking to strengthen royal authority against the encroaching power of unruly barons. My role as his queen was not to wield a sword but to support his vision, to temper his temper, and to anchor the crown in stability. The early years of our marriage were marked by ceaseless conflict. Louis waged war against rebellious lords and sought to defend his realm from external threats. In the court, I dedicated myself to the arts and the church, fostering ties with powerful abbeys and nurturing the cultural soul of the kingdom. I took great pride in my patronage of Saint Denis, where I worked closely with Abbot Suger, a man of extraordinary vision who sought to transform the abbey into a beacon of Gothic splendor. As queen, I bore 7 children, a testament to the strength of our alliance. Among them was Louis, who would later become Louis VII, a king of his own renown. But motherhood was not without its trials. In an age of high infant mortality, every birth was fraught with the spectre of loss. Yet, each child strengthened our house and secured the Capetian line. My husband's reign was a time of transition, for France was emerging from its feudal past into a centralized monarchy. Louis's greatest challenge was to assert royal authority over his vassals, a task he pursued relentlessly despite his failing health. By the mid-1130s, his once mighty frame was weakened, and I saw the man who had towered over his enemies grow frail. In 1137, Louis passed, leaving our son to inherit the throne. I mourned him deeply, for he had been a partner in more than title, a man whose vision for France I had shared and supported. Yet, life as a widow was not the end of my story. In the years that followed, I retired to the convent at Montmartre, dedicating my remaining days to prayer and reflection. There, I found solace in the quiet halls, far from the tumult of court. As I recount my years as queen, I see them not as a series of battles won or lost, but as a testament to endurance, to the weaving of alliances, and to the nurturing of a legacy that would shape France for centuries to come. I was not a warrior, but my influence lay in the soft power of diplomacy, faith, and motherhood. History may remember my husband for his deeds on the battlefield, but I hope it remembers me as a queen who stood unwavering beside him, a woman who bridged the Alps and the Seine, and a mother who gave her all for the kingdom of France.